a proper Western. I mean, we see Tom Hanks gun-toting, which we rarely see.
Well, I don't wear one. I am given one later on, so it's not like, you know, I'm not doing the rootin' tootin' kind of thing. But I ride a horse, and I drive a wagon, and I've discovered. So I'm not a rider per se, but I did learn. I had got to know a fabulous horse named Wimpy, who was my horse. Wimpy was my horse, and. I don't know if anybody here has ridden a lot or made a Western. Emily has a couple of Westerns under her belt, as I recall. Emily, my darling, how are you?
How are you?
So wonderful to see you.
It's good to see you.
Emily Blunt.
Do you know I'm about to do a Western? Like, next January, I'm doing a 6-part Western, and we were just discussing how allergic I am to horses, and I do every scene with a horse, you know. I'm going to be antihistamined up to my eyeballs.
Do you have to kiss the horse?
I do.
That kind of relationship?
Isn't that what happens in Westerns? You make out with your horse?
You develop an affection for those beasts.
You and Wimpy were very close.
Every morning you throw your arms around Wimpy and say, "How are you, my darling little chestnut? I'm so nuts about you." Which you sort of have to do, because I have a feeling that horses, honestly, they would much rather live in a world without human beings climbing on top of them.
Sure. Yeah. And they know the moment you climb on their back that you're terrible at riding. Like, I mean, I've been learning right now. I'm in London now rehearsing for it, and I go riding 3 times a week, and every time they give me a different horse to see, you know, how you fare.
Oh.
With one that's more sprightly or one that's less of a Ferrari. And I got on one the other day called Rusty. My God, it almost took off with me. It was terrifying. I couldn't walk the next day. Rusty did me in.
Rusty did her in.
Rusty did me in.
Did her in. Oh, wow. Is that the name of the film?
That's one of your films.
I think, in case this gets awkward later, I think I should bring this up now.
Yes.
That, John Bishop, you do have a connection to Tom Cruise.
Yes,
you do?
Yes, yeah, we do have a connection, because we were both... I was on Top Gear shortly after Tom was on Top Gear.
This is the star in a reasonably priced car.
The star in the reasonably priced car.
And you did very well, Tom.
I did all right.
Yeah, you're top of the leaderboard. How did you do, John?
Well,
here's the leaderboard. John Bishop, beat you. 2 seconds.
What happened?
Well done.
Yeah, I changed.
Well done.
And through gritted teeth.
Yeah, you can see that. Well done.
I left a bubble for this.
For this to get abused?
Because what happened, there was me, there was Tom Cruise, there was Cameron Diaz, and then Rupert Grint was 4th, wasn't he?
Rupert Grint!
Yes, so a wizard. I even beat a wizard.
You beat a wizard. Not only that, you didn't just beat us, you crushed us. That's 142.8. That's a good full second and a half almost.
I know, and the thing is,
great.
like, you can drive cars and you're interested. I've got 0 interest in cars. I literally...
You know what? You chose the wrong profession. Sorry.
And tell me about it. I came away from that thing and I should be an F1, because all it was to me, though, was somebody give me a car and said, it doesn't matter if you crash it. And I thought, this is great. This is like being 17 again on my dad's insurance.
Very good.
I don't know, man.
But only for a moment.
You just go round a track. Is that right?
Don't belittle it. Don't make it sound stupid and pointless.
Hold it. Yes, please. It's very serious. It's actually not just going, like, there's turns. Like, you got to make right turns and left turns.
Oh, it sounds really hard.
Yeah, because, Daniel, one of the things you're not going to miss is the terrible toll it has taken on your body.
I don't know. I'm sitting here in a brace. No, it's all great.
No time to die, no time to die. What did you break in No Time to Die?
My ankle.
I mean, you do...
And the joke is, like, literally walking down a plank. I mean, wasn't even running, wasn't even doing anything action-based. I just walked down, slipped and fell over. It was so stupid.
And over the films, what's the worst injury you've had?
Probably my knee, which was on Spectre, which was... that was Dave Bautista, God bless him, who is a professional wrestler. We were doing this scene, there's a fight sequence on a train in Spectre, And we learnt this for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and you know, you basically spend a week shooting it, and the whole thing is there. And Dave was being really great with me, but he's a big guy, and I forget how big he is. And he was sort of throwing me against this wall, and he was being gentle, because, you know, so he should. It's pretend. And I just said, Dave, mate, go on, it's all right. Come on, you can chuck me a bit. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I'm fine. So we did. I ended up on the wall, but my knee was sort of over here somewhere. Ooh. And I sort of went, oh, God! And I knew, and it's horrible, because if anybody's had an injury, they kind of, you know, that kind of injury, you just know in your head that something's really wrong. And God bless him. I was out, and then we went back and we refilmed it, and I had to film it with a brace on, and it was a struggle to do it. But I broke his nose. Oh.
What?
Don't mess with the Craig.
I didn't do it deliberately. Clearly, it was a mistake. And it was so like I said, he's a big guy. He's a professional wrestler. You really wouldn't mess with him. And I threw this punch. I hit him on the nose, and I heard this crack. And I went, oh, God, no, and ran away. Because I thought he was going to come after me. And he was so sweet. And he literally did something like this. He went, ah, it's fine.
No!
I mean, he's a lot tougher than I am, I'll give you that.
Tom Daly, I like this part of the year after an Olympics because we get Olympians with medals. And Tom Daly now has a gold medal.
Yeah. I
Now, it looks a bit like Christmas morning on the table beside you. What have we got, Tom?
Oh, we've got a whole selection. We've got a whole catalogue of things. First up, I feel like I'm on like a TV sales show right now.
QVC, yeah.
So we've got my knitted pouch, which then has inside medals.
That's fun.
So there we are.
That's very good.
Just
chuck it on the floor.
Be all right.
Yeah, no one will nick them. Yeah.
Some crocheted swim trunks.
Now, can I just stop you there?
I'm not going to put them on.
No, but they're not. I mean, because if you get them wet, they are going to retain a lot of water.
a lot of moisture. Yeah, it's not something that I would probably wear. It was actually one of my first projects that I made on a training camp, and I daren't get them wet because if you get wool wet, I mean, you know how it goes if you try and wash any knitwear.
Yes.
It's like, you know, they shrink quite considerably, so you wouldn't really want to wear them into the pool.
No, and your togs can't get any smaller, Tom, so...
You don't want anything falling out. We've been through this.
And is that the famous cardigan?
This is the cardigan that I made at the Olympics to commemorate my Olympic... So it's got, like, ignore the inside, because the inside's the wrong side, but, yeah, it's got, like, a bit of a... It was a Team GB jumper for me to remember my Tokyo Olympics.
So. It looks like you were in Tokyo for about 6 months.
There was a lot of spare time, let's just put it that way.
Helena Bonham Carter.
No one was more surprised than me that she said yes. Can I tell you something? Can I tell you what was happening in that? Obviously, that's the edited scene, but I'll tell you... We had someone, Laurie, the first AD, was operating a fart machine just off to the right. And that isn't a real bathroom. That was a bedroom in the house because the bathroom wasn't wasn't big enough, sorry. So we took a bedroom and we converted it. So it's a prop toilet, prop sink, etc. And so we had Laurie operating a fart machine just off to my right here so that we could have the occasional subtle little break of wind from Helena while she's holding me hostage in the toilet. And I was doing the scene, and then he was getting so trigger happy, it was ridiculous. I was trying to do lines, and there was... It was bloody ridiculous. So, in the end, I had to stop acting. I looked over at him, and he wasn't pressing the button. And I went... And I looked behind me, it was Princess Margaret going off like a tugboat behind me. Genuinely farting. And I'd only just got over the shock that Helena Bonham Carter had said yes to my thing, and then she was farting within feet of me. And I turned around and I went, Helena! And she found it so funny. She found her own farting, which was magnificent, I might say. She found her own farting so funny, she then wet herself. And had to leave the set. And while she was leaving the set, she was shouting at the top of her voice, "It's natural! It's natural!"
Well, in Ghostbusters, there are lots of very impressive special effects and visual effects, but you, yourself, using a camera phone, you can create a visual effect.
I can.
Yes, where it appears that people are seeing something they're not.
That's right.
OK, can you demonstrate it?
Sure.
Good. Can I just say, you are all going to be trying this.
Yeah, this is. I'll try it on you. That's
OK, OK.
Okay.
What do I need to do?
Just sit there.
OK.
This should be fine. All right. I think we can.
Do you know what he's doing?
Yes, I do. You will in a minute.
I think it should be synced to.
Yeah, I think it's synced now. So here's the picture that you just took. So. It does look like a bum. Mary looks really confused.
What happened?
Oh, yes, do Miriam. There we go.
Are you doing it with your fingers?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
What is that? It does look like a bottom.
Yes.
I happen to have really sausage-looking fingers that make a really nice tush, and you can frame frame the camera so it looks like you're just basically.
I just got to know how you discovered this unique.
I know, that's what I want.
Of yours.
And actually, there's an even more sophisticated version.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's you can do. I mean, well, let's see if I can. I don't know if sophisticated is the right word, but.
Oh.
Yes.
Well done, Paul Rudd. Very good. Talking of the voice, how long before you developed the voice, or did you find it pretty quickly?
I started in The Voice 6 months before we started filming, and then I stayed in it while we were filming, of course, which was really super fun for Adam. Yeah, I made him deal with that every fucking day. But, you know, I actually...
Still doing it.
No, but it actually, for me, I don't know, for what it's worth, Ridley shoots fast and he's got 4 cameras going at once at any given time, if not more. So I thought it was harder to go in and out of character. I thought it was actually easier to stay in character on set. So I wish not to sensationalize this thing, but I do wish to express gratitude to my fellow actor that I was on stage with every day.
No. Oh, OK.
That is nearly it, but we go just time for a quick visit to the big red chair. Now, Alan is all set. There he is. He's ready. He's ready. OK, let's find out who's going to be trying to keep you in that chair. Who's up first? Hello.
Hi.
What's your name?
Francesca.
Francesca. And where are you, Francesca?
I'm in North Finchley in London.
Lovely.
Oh, I don't like the colour of your curtains.
They're not mine, I'm in a house share. Don't blame me.
Yeah, right back at you.
They're not my choice.
What do you do in North Finchley?
I'm an actor and I also work in a local pub.
OK, so nothing.
Unemployed.
I've been there, it gets better.
Thank you. Please put me on Bridgerton, I'd love to be on it.
Yeah. All right, off you go with your story. And remember, you're trying to keep Alan in that chair. OK, good luck, everyone. Okay. Off you go.
OK, so a few years ago, I was working in Sheffield in a theatre. And we have this barn restaurant where the audience and cast would come before and after a show. And one night, this famous person had been to see the show and came into the bar afterwards, where I served them. And I was making their drinks. I think it was like 2 gin and tonics. And as I was making their drinks, these two cast members came over and started asking for their photos and that kind of thing. So I put the drinks on the bar, they turn around, pick up their drinks, and then walk over to their table without paying. Now, you're probably wondering who this famous person is. It was Graham Norton.
I knew it. I knew it was going to be me. I never pay for drinks. How dare she ask me for money? I was supporting live theatre. It was an accident. I'm so sorry, Alan. Are you okay?
Can you warn me next time you've been tight? Can you just warn me?